it wasn't so much that it was woke, because I mean, different artists are free to make whatever they want. But I had read somewhere it was good for kids, and I'm like, really? But there's even when you look at those lists that talk about what's good for kids, there's the people who write those have a mindset.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, these are conversations I didn't want to have today. So I stayed to the intermission just because I didn't want to leave until the intermission. But Big Coop and Little Coop left. They just got up like in between songs and walked out. Not in anger, but because he was kind of bored. And Big Coop's like, we don't need to sit through this if. Like, there's nothing good comes out of sitting through this. We saw Six. We saw Aladdin with Karen Dagenhart and her daughter.
How did her daughter do?
Her daughter did wonderfully, and it was one of those things. I really thought her daughter would be fine with it because I knew how he reacted, but you never know until you do it. So they sat in front of us. We had 3 seats on an aisle for them, and then 3 seats on an aisle for us.
Yeah.
Because that's how you think. It's like, well, if we have to make an exit, how do we get to the door? And she did great. She loved it.
That's awesome.
She was thrilled. But she gets sensory overload. So
How old is she?
I think she's right around Cooper's age. She's tiny though. Like, she looks physically, she's smaller. But like, she gets sensory overload. So like the next day she wanted to sleep until noon because it's just so much for her to take in. But her behavior was wonderful and she had a great time.
That's great.
And that was good.